All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about give you guys an overview of what is print on demand and how to make it work on TikTok. So, an introduction, print on demand. If you don't know, print on demand is basically it's a way of selling products online where you come up with a design or logo for a shirt, pants, bags, shoes, phone cases, baby clothes. There's a lot of different options out there. Uh, these days for print on demand, it's not just t-shirts. There's a lot of different things you can do. And you don't have any inventory. So you don't have any money tied up in inventory. When an order comes in, the company prints your design on the product, on the item that you're selling, and ships it right out to the customer, right? So in some ways, it's kind of like drop shipping, but it has a customizable feature to it. So step one for print on demand, find a supplier, right? Find a good supplier that has a wide variety of products, or not. You could just sell t-shirts if you want to. But you're going to find a supplier, select the products that you want to sell, create designs for your products, put them up on TikTok Shop. Once the customer places an order, the order is automatically, or depending on what supplier you use, can automatically be sent to the print on demand supplier, and they'll print out the design and ship it directly to the customer. So you don't have to carry any inventory, so which is great. Um, when doing print on demand, there's a few things that you want to figure out first, right? Is first you want to figure out who your audience is, right? Who are you trying to sell to? Are you trying to sell to moms, dads, teenagers, girls, boys, kids, babies, right? Who are you trying to sell the product to? So there's a lot of different ways of researching, target your target customers, their interests, their preferences. It could just be funny shirts, right? A funny kind of can appeal to a pretty wide audience. Um, but also there's some really niche things in like staying up on trends. Um, you could use Google Trends, social media hashtags, different trends reports in your niche. But there might be some niche trends that you would find within TikTok as well if you spend much time on the platform. So you want to focus on a niche. Um, it could be interest, hobbies. It could be, pets. Like, all your shirts are about cats, or they're all about dogs, or it could be about a profession or fandoms, right? So there's a lot of different niches that you could focus on. Um, it could be, yeah. So you want to create something that's going to deeply resonate with that niche, their interests, humor, values of whatever niche you're trying to sell to. So for design principles, simple quality, is best. Personally, I'm not super artistic, so like I'd have to go simple. So like, there's a lot of shirts that in print on demand products you see out there where it's just words, it's just phrases, it's just memes, it's just sayings, right? Which doesn't require a lot of artistic abilities, but you can always hire that out too, right? Um, so there's just I would say keep it simple starting out, and add to the complexity over time. You want it to be creative and original, unique designs. You can use, Adobe Illustrator, Canva to design your stuff, or if you're like me, hire it out. Hire somebody on Fiverr that can create it for you. Yeah, you're gonna have to, pay for each and every design and iteration of that design, but since I don't have the ability to do it myself, I don't have much, any other options to do it with. Um, so, uh, yep, so, it keeps on going too far. So, you want to avoid anything that's copyrighted or trademarked, right? So, in the next video, I'll show where to search for trademarks. Don't make sure you don't do anything that's has copyright. So any like name branding, like Disney, like the copyrights for Mickey Mouse recently expired, and so now you see some Mickey Mouse uh, things coming out because those copyrights expire, but trademarks don't. Make sure if you want to use somebody else's artwork, you have to contact them about licensing it. I wouldn't worry about that right now. But just know that you need to do a trademark search. And again, like I said in the next video, we'll dive into that more. So hopefully this gives you a good overview of what print on demand is. it's one of those things where you have to be constantly learning and adapting. So create a product, put it out there, analyze which designs are selling well and which ones don't. Use this data to adapt your strategy, come up with different tweaks, different versions of that same of what's works, what's selling well. And then you always have to be seeking out new trends, right? Stay inspired. So regularly seek new sources of inspiration to keep your designs fresh and appealing. um, so it could be you could get this from anywhere. But like I said, like you might find some things that come up on TikTok if you spend much time on the platform. Like I know I have some ideas for print on demand that we're going to be releasing here pretty soon. But it's one of those things where is that constantly adapting. You don't fail, but you just learn what to do better next time, right? And if you have some success, take some of that initial success and make tweaks to your design and see how you can make it better or sell more. Or, instead of selling a t-shirt, sell a mug or a hoodie or a backpack or shoes or whatever else you want. Um, so hopefully, this intro to print on demand was helpful for you. And just, yeah, it's one of those things where you constantly have to be adapting, coming up with new ideas. Something might take off and do well for a while, and over time it'll slowly start to die. So you have to, tweak it. So it's one of those things where you're constantly coming up with more iterations and more iterations. All right.